I'm going to start in a seated position, but for any reason that doesn't feel grounding to you, take, lie on your back, any way you want to. Maybe you want to be like in a fetus position. That's totally fine too. Whatever position is going to make you feel rooted and connected. Okay. And take a moment to kind of, wiggle around whatever position you're in. Just allow yourself to kind of connect and root down into your mat. Okay. And then let that start to resonate and find a little bit of stillness. And you might have to wiggle around for a little bit. But when you feel the time is ready, you'll slowly just start to find pause in your body. And if your eyes are closed, wonderful. If you're not quite there yet, just take a look down at the ground. So again, we're coming back into like this internal space, okay? And without looking around, okay, just think of the space that you're in, whatever room you're in, wherever it's at, and just be in gratitude for your space. Space that allows you to show up on your mat and practice in a safe and good way. And then allow your mind to kind of drift into this place beyond like the surface of your mat, beyond the surface of your room, your apartment building, your house, okay, whatever space you're in. And allow yourself to root down and really connect to the earth in some way. So it doesn't matter if you're on the 5th floor or the 12th floor. Really imagine yourself sitting in nature, rooted and connected to the earth. And just sense what it feels like to really be connected to the earth. It can be something just simple as like, I feel the texture of the grass, I feel the sand beneath me, okay, I feel, at peace in the space, in fresh air. It can also be in a bigger light, right? That you're the small piece of the puzzle in the big scheme of things, of the world. Okay, so whatever it is, just allow that to feel nourishing, allow that to feel settled, rooted, and connected, and grounding. We won't do this for a very long time, but we'll just start a little square breath. So take a nice big deep inhale in through your nose, and then just exhale out through your mouth. And you're going to inhale in for 3 counts, for 1, 2, 3. Hold it up at the top for 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 1, 2, 3. Pause for 1, 2, 3. Inhaling in for 1, 2, 3. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 1, 2, 3. Pause for 1, 2, 3. Inhaling in for 3 counts. Holding it up at the top there, so just pausing. Exhaling out for the same count. And then pausing again to begin again. And you can finish completing this square with 3 counts, or maybe you can increase the number to maybe 4. But just trying to find this nice, rhythmic breath that's like nice and even, pausing in between the inhales, pausing in between the exhales, just taking the same amount of time, effort, and energy to breathe in, to pause, and then to exhale and pause. Allow this to be soothing and connected. At any point if it feels constricted, just let it go. And you can even start with just a count 2, okay? Or count 1. Just wanting this to feel rhythmic with a pause in between. Okay, good. And just take your time wherever you're at in your breath. Just exhale out through your mouth. Make sure you feel complete. And then slowly just bring your hands together at your heart center. Okay, just sealing in your practice, pressing your palms together, just honoring and saluting the essence of yoga within yourself. You can even set an intention for your practice, okay, a mantra, sankopa, anything, to get you through this time together, maybe even to get you through the day, the rest of the week, the rest of the month. And for me, the word's going to be pause. So you're welcome to join me with our little pause button, just taking that moment to, again, reconnect with the breath, slow down, okay, and like really experience the asanas, experience the breath, experience all being together, even through screens, okay? And let's take a nice big deep inhale in through our nose. Big exhale out through your mouth. Good, and then just let that all go. You can blink your eyes open. And we'll just start by circling the head in one direction, just nice and slow. And then circling in the opposite direction. Great, and then let's just look from side to side, from right to left. And then we'll look up and down. Again, just really gentle. Maybe you don't look all the way up. Maybe it's just to where the wall and the ceiling meet, okay, or just like a little bit out your window. Okay, it doesn't have to be the fullest extreme range of motion. Okay, good. And then go ahead and bring your head back in line with your spine, and we'll do right ear to right shoulder, and we'll gently just go back and forth, just side to side. This is what I like to do, like a little bit slower. And the next time your right ear is towards your right shoulder, pause there. You can stay here, or you can bring your hands across to the left side of your chest, so opposition of which way you're leaning. So you get a little bit of resistance here through the side of your neck. Good. And then again, you're welcome to stay here, or maybe you start to drop your chin down towards your shoulder and then back towards level with the floor. You can play with these angles. You can pause and hold and find stillness. I always tend on this right side to kind of start to lean to the right. So I just readjusted my spine to make sure I'm staying up tall, and I'm just leaning my head to the side. So you can recheck your alignment here. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. You can use your hand to like lift your head up, okay? And then left ear, left shoulder, sit up nice and tall. You're welcome to stay here, or hands come across to the right side of your chest, shoulder to press down, finding some resistance here. Good, and then again, dropping your chin towards your shoulder, chin level with the floor, moving back and forth, finding pause or stillness. Great. And then slowly we'll release our hands, we'll bring our head back up into the space here. Okay, and let's actually make our way back, make our way onto the ground. Okay, so just roll down. We're not gonna spend too much time here. I just wanna twist first on the ground here. So just hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. You can grab your, wrap around your shins or even behind your knees is fine as well too, okay? And then with your knees together, you're gonna circle your knees in one direction. In a circle about 3 to 5 times. Okay, you can move slow, you can move big. And then we'll reverse the circles, knees together, circling in the opposite direction again about 3 to 5 times, however many you need. And then we'll take the knees and we'll circle them in opposite directions, okay? Circling away and around about 3 or 4 times, 5 times, okay? And then we'll reverse the circle. Okay, awesome. And then keeping your knees together, let's let the knees fall over to the right side, okay? And I'm rolling completely over to the right. So my whole right side of my body's over on this side. I'm going to just double check some alignment here. My hips are stacked, my knees are stacked, okay? My feet, are in line with my knees. And then arms are gonna just reach out in front of your shoulders here. Head can be down on the mat, okay? Or you can always slide like a pillow underneath your head for support. This top arm, the left arm, is just going to paint across from your right elbow, shoulder through your chest, and you're gonna open up into a twist on the left side. Okay, and we're just gonna move through that 3 times. So left hand comes back across through your chest and your shoulder, bringing your left hand all the way across to the right hand, and then swiping and putting on some lotion or sunscreen, okay, as you slowly stretch back out into the twist. And then retrace your steps, slowly bringing that left hand across your chest, your shoulder, your forearm, your hand, and then we'll come into the last one. Here's the third one, and we're gonna hold it in the twist here, just breathing. Just notice anything, notice, your ribs, your chest, your shoulders, maybe notice your low back. I definitely noticed my knees are no longer stacked, okay? So you can let them, kind of soften, or you can really actively squeeze your inner thighs together to keep your knees stacked, okay? So a couple different options of more passive twisting or more active twisting by squeezing your inner thighs and stacking your knees, okay? So you can play with back and forth as well. Good, I'm gonna make my way back onto my right side, okay? I'm just gonna hang onto my knees and I'm gonna roll back over onto my back. And then I'm gonna roll all the way over to the left side, and then just taking that same alignment, stacking the hips, stacking the knees, arms reach out in front of me, I rest my head down, and then just painting your left arm now with your right hand. Hand comes across your left arm through your chest and your shoulders, reaching the right arm out to the right. Maybe your focus goes with you, or maybe it stays up towards the sky. And then we'll just do this 3 times. Right hand comes across, painting your arm, lotion, sunscreen, okay. Noticing, textures, and coming back, retracing your steps. And here's our third, opening up and twisting, and we're going to hold here in the twist to the right. Again, just observing your body, shoulders, ribs, low back, hips, knees, ankles, a little bit of everything. Let's stay for 2 more deep breaths. And slowly bring that right hand across through your chest to roll all the way back over onto your left side. Grab your knees and make your way back onto your back. Okay. And then we'll slowly lower our feet down onto the mat. Okay. From here, we're going to take our right leg and cross it up and over our left. Okay, so we're crossing our legs like eagle legs. Okay, and actually, let's do this. Let's do just a few little abdominal crunches here. So, right arm, right leg on top. Right arm is going to come onto the bottom. So you're going to give yourself a hug with the left arm on top, or you can come into eagle arms here as well. So whatever works best for your body. Okay, feet are gonna lift up off the mat. Okay, so you come into tabletop, but your legs are crossed. We'll just do this 5 times, okay? So inhale in, on your exhale, elbows and knees come together to touch, lift your head up off the mat, squeeze in, and then slowly reach right back out and away, and exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, open up, exhale, squeeze in, here's 3, here's 4, last one, squeeze in. 5, hold it up here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your head and your shoulders down. Release your feet down, or your left foot down, I should say. We're going to open our arms out into a nice wide position, and we're going to let our knees cross here. Let them fall over to the left, and we're in a twist, in a binded twist with our legs, okay? And of course, for any reason, like this doesn't feel good, just unwind your legs and just do like a twist that feels better. Okay, otherwise, challenge yourself here. And to be totally honest with you all, because I know it's hard to see on the video here, my knees are actually not touching the ground. Okay, so I didn't go to like the fullest extreme where my right shoulder would pop up. I'm keeping my right shoulder grounded and letting my knees fall over to the left, whatever degree that is, okay? So they're pretty lifted on this side because my right hip is really tight, okay? So again, you can play with the angles, you can slide a block or pillow under your knees as well too for support if you need that, but don't feel like your legs have to go to the ground, okay? We're just moving in that direction, okay? Woo! I'm really tight back here, I didn't realize it. Okay, on your next inhale, go slow, be gentle, slowly come back to the center. Ooh. Okay, and then we'll unwind our legs and we'll go to the other side. Okay, so eagle legs on the left leg crosses over the right, squeeze those inner thighs in. Left arm is on the bottom, so you're hugging yourself with the right arm on top. Okay, and then you can stay here and do the crunches this way, or you can come into eagle arms, wrapping the forearms and hands in. And then we'll just do this 5 times, nice and slow, okay? So legs lift up, okay? Take a nice big deep inhale in. Exhale, elbows, knees coming together to touch. And extend out. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhaling, reaching away. Exhale, squeeze in. Lifting away. Here's 4. And on this 5th one, we're gonna hold it up there. Squeeze, 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 holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering your head and shoulders down, open your arms, put your right foot down, and then let yourself twist to the right. Good, and then looking to the left if possible. And then as you can see here, my knees are not on the ground at all. I'm focusing on my shoulders, grounding. And this side might be a little bit different. They may be able to go a little bit farther. Okay, so just check in again. Maybe noticing a major difference in your body, or maybe noticing no difference. Okay, great. And then slowly, again, just be really mindful how you come out of this. Okay, you can obviously unwind your legs as well. We're gonna slowly come back to the center, just nice and slow. Unwind your legs, give yourself a nice big hug. And we'll make our way up into tabletop into all fours, okay? And you can rock and roll forward and backwards, or you can just roll over like I'm doing, okay? Okay, so we're gonna meet in tabletop, okay? And as we move through these next little series, okay, just really think about this nice long neutral spine, okay? Core is really tight as much as you can. Again, to maintain the length of your spine. It's easy to kind of like dump into like cow pose when we do this. So really think about pressing your hands against the ground to keep you nice and lifted in tabletop, okay? So let's reach the right leg back behind us, okay? We're gonna bend the right knee, so heels up towards the sky, okay? And we're just gonna pulse our right heel up towards the sky just 10 times, okay? So just pulsing, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From here, knee to your nose, okay? And here, you're going to let yourself round your spine like cat. And then bring your right heel back up towards the sky, but don't move into cow pose. Try to stay in that tabletop, okay? Good. Right knee is going to move towards your right elbow. Can you tap it? Can you get close to it? Good. And then slowly bring that leg back to that little kicking position here. Good. Now right knee is going to come across the body to the left elbow. And I'm rounding just a little bit. Good. And then coming back to that neutral spine. Heel up towards the sky. One more time. Knee to your right elbow. Pressing right back up. Knee towards your left elbow. Pressing right back up. Okay, good. Knee to your nose. Round your spine. Reach that right leg back. Straighten it out this time. Left arm reaches up over your head. And breathe. Good. Take a nice big deep inhale in. Exhaling, lowering everything down, and we'll switch sides. Okay, so finding this neutral spine. Left leg reaches back. Bend your left knee so your heel faces up towards the sky or foot, okay? And then just 10 little micro pulses just up towards the ceiling for 10, 9, keep neutral, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up there. Knee to your nose, round your spine. Slowly kicking your foot back up towards the sky. Knee stays bent. Good. And then left knee to your left elbow. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. Just kind of moving in that direction. Good. Back to neutral. Left knee towards your right elbow, crossing the body. Pressing right back up. Knee, foot up towards the sky. Good. One more time. Left knee to left elbow. Reaching right back to neutral. Left knee towards your right elbow, crossing the body. Kicking back up. And then knee to nose, round your spine. Stretching right back out. Stretch the left leg long and straight. The right arm reaches up over your head when you're ready. Balancing here. Don't forget to breathe. And exhaling, lowering everything down. We'll come into child's pose. Big toes together, knees out nice and wide. And here you can, if you want to circle your wrists out. Okay, I know it's like a lot on the wrist. You're welcome to a circle. Make fists. Just give your hands and your wrists a break. We'll start with this nice gentle twist here for the upper back. Right arm's going to slide under the left, so thread the needle. But you're going to keep your hips down in child's pose, okay? I like to lift up onto my left fingertips here, so I'm doing like little Spider-Man hands, and then I lift my left elbow up, and then I can look under my left arm. And I can really look at, the side wall or a little bit up towards the ceiling. It's very small, but again, just getting that nice spiral through the upper back. Take a nice big deep inhale in here. Exhaling, slowly releasing, coming back through neutral. And switching sides, left arm under the right, threading the needle. And then your choice, hand can stay grounded, or you can lift up onto those fingertips, so you can lift up underneath your right arm. Really thinking about the shoulders stacking here, so right shoulder's moving on top of the left. May not be a perfect line, but starting to twist ever so slightly. Stay for the inhale. Exhaling, slowly release, coming back through child's pose. And then inhaling, shifting forward, downward facing dog. Good, so creating that upside down V position with your body. Pedaling your feet out if you need to, swaying your hips from side to side. Okay, great. Finding neutral, finding, a stillness in your downward dog. We're gonna stay for a breath, so inhale in, exhale out. Inhaling, looking up at your hands, gently traveling to the top of your mat. Take your time. Okay, good. And then keep your hands connected to the mat. So your knees may have to be really bent here. And just let your hips sway from side to side. Okay, so it may feel a little bit less like a hamstring stretch. My hamstrings are really tight, so with my knees bent, I feel it there. But, you can kind of get into the hips a little bit. You might feel a nice stretch through the low back. Great. And then come back into neutral. Okay. Roll up nice and slow to come all the way up to standing. Take your time. Arms reach up over your head. And exhaling, arms just down by your side. Inhaling, arms reach up over your head. Exhaling, folding forward, forward fold. Okay, from here, we're gonna step the left leg back. We're gonna come into low lunge. Okay, back knee lowers down. We're going to reach our arms up over our head. Good. Okay, good. Right hand comes on top of your right quad, and you're just gonna lean up and over to the right, okay? If you wanted to, you can grab your left wrist and lean to the right. Okay, I'm gonna keep my right hand onto my quad here just so I get a little bit deeper stretch. And then think about tucking your tailbone just a little bit, so when you press your hips forward, you get a really big stretch here through your psoas and your side body. Okay, good. Okay, great. Inhale, rise up. Okay, arms reach out to the sides. And then we're just gonna do a high twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. Okay, good. And then staying here. Okay, this is the pose. This is the twist, okay? You can bring your hands together in prayer and bring your hands to the outside of your right knee, okay? And you can twist up high like this. Maybe your hands lower down, okay? Maybe your hands come into prayer, okay? Your choice of twisting in this way, okay? Back knee can stay down, or you can lift up into high twisted lunge, your choice, okay? So I'm lifting my back knee up and I'm staying up a little bit higher in the twist here, so I feel a little bit more stable, okay? Good. Wherever you're at, knee up, knee down, full twist, half twist, open twist, okay? Just breathe. Take a nice big deep inhale in. Exhale out. Stay for the inhale. Exhaling, frame the front foot. Let's straighten the right leg. Half split or pyramid pose, okay? So I'm keeping my back knee lifted, so I'm in a wide leg pyramid pose, but if your knee's down, you can just move into half split. Okay, good. All right, so those are our nice active twisting. Again, moving in any phase you'd like to move in. And, we're gonna do this a couple times or different variations of it. So, take it easy. You can ease into deeper twists as we move, okay? We're gonna bend back into this right leg. Step back, plank pose. Chaturanga, nice strong push-up. Your choice of back bend, Sphinx pose, cobra. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Stay for the inhale. Exhaling, travel to the top of the mat. Round up, roll up, lift up, come all the way up to standing. Arms up over your head, and exhaling, arms down by your side. Inhaling, arms reach up. Exhale, fold, forward, forward, fold. This time, right leg steps back, low lunge. Take your time. Arms reach up over your head. Good, and already here, think about kind of tucking your tail under just a little bit to press your hips forward. And again, you can grab your right wrist, lean over to the left, or left hand on your quad for stability. Soften your shoulders, whatever you're choosing. And breathe. Good. Inhaling, rise up, arms out nice and wide. High twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Okay, this is the pose, this is the posture, okay? Any twist you'd like, hands can come together, hands the outside of the left knee. You can slide your hands down. You can bring your hands into prayer, into your chest. And again, whatever version you want to take here, staying down or lifting the back knee up. Whatever you're choosing, soften your shoulders. And again, you don't have to go to the most extreme twists. Pick a version that helps you feel the most grounded, the most stable. Good, stay for the inhale. Exhaling, hands frame your front foot. We'll straighten the front leg, half split or wide leg pyramid pose. Again, your choice. Good, nice full deep breath. We're gonna bend into the left knee, step back, plank pose. Good, plank, of course, your way. Push up, chaturanga, into your back bend of choice. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. And just check in, how does this downward dog feel versus the first one? How do your hips feel? Hamstrings, ankles, shoulders, upper back. How is the quality of your breathing? Okay, good. And looking up at your hands, travel to the top of your mat. And then we'll just roll up again, nice and slow. Take your time, come all the way up to standing. Arms up over your head, and exhaling, arms down by your sides. Okay. We're just gonna add on a little bit, okay? So we're gonna come into chair pose. Okay, and I'm gonna face this way just for a moment, okay? So we're gonna come into Utkatasana chair pose, bending our knees, lowering our hips, arms will reach forward. Okay, and same idea with our twisting progression here, okay? You can twist, we're gonna twist to the right, left hand forward, right arm back, okay? You can bring your palms together, you can place them on the outside of your right knee, and this is still twisting, okay? Right, I'm looking and twisting my torso to the right. And again, you can slide your hands down in this progression, or you can come into hands at your heart center, okay? Good, anyway, we're gonna hold here and breathe. Good. Look down. Bring your left foot up. Slowly step it back. High lunge, twist, and breathe. Good, take a nice big deep inhale in here. Hands frame the front foot. Straighten the right leg. Wide leg pyramid pose. Hamstring stretch here on the right side. Keep breathing. Awesome. We're going to step forward, chair pose. So bend your right knee, okay? You can step up here, you can reach your arms forward. Utkatasana chair pose. You can take a couple different steps too, that's fine. Okay, here's your neutral chair. Good, rise up, come up to standing, take a break, and then arms down by your side. Utkatasana chair pose, bend your knees, lower your hips, arms reach forward. Okay, twisting to the left. Okay, so again, we can twist up high. Okay, and again, of course, you know, as I was talking, I was like seeing my hips move. Okay, you want to keep your hips stable and just your upper back twisting. And then in your version of twisting, hands together on the outside of your left knee. You can slide your hands down and twist. Hands can come to heart center. Good, breathe. Good, look down. Here's our balance. Pour all your weight into your left foot. Right foot lifts. Step it back. High lunge. High revolved lunge. High twisted lunge. Good. Go slow. And breathe. Frame the left foot. Straighten the left leg. Wide leg pyramid pose. Nice, everyone. Really beautiful work. Okay, and then here's the fun part. Okay, landing back in chair pose. Okay, go slow. Okay, start off in your lunge. And again, your hands can stay down or you can reach them forward. One big step, baby steps in, but land in your chair. Good, arms reach up over your head. And exhaling, arms just down by your side. Okay, good. And then let's come into actual pyramid pose, okay? So I'm going to go into my pyramid pose a little bit different than I normally do. So usually my feet are hip distance apart, and when I step, you know, my left foot back or my right foot forward, I keep that hip distance apart. I know I'm in the light here. And my left toes are, you know, at a slight diagonal or turned out just a little bit. But instead of this stance, I'm actually going to go as wide as my mat, okay? So again, you can choose. I'm doing this more for just like low back support. So my right foot's to the edge of my mat. And when I step my left foot back, I'm actually stepping it out to the side a little bit. And then again, my left toes, you know, they're not totally facing forward. They're slight turned, okay? My hips are still square. I'm going to fold halfway. Okay, and again, your stance is like kind of wide, so you're like, whoa, what's happening? And then just gently fold forward. Okay, hands can still frame around the right foot, or your hands can be in the inside of the right foot. Okay, all right. So a little wide, wide leg pyramid pose, but not like long stance, just wider hip than hip distance. Okay, good. And really think about the crown of your head going towards your toes. So you start to lengthen a little bit more through the hamstring. Pour your weight into both your heels. Yeah, so you're not super far forward. You want to bring your weight into your heels. Okay, good. And then we'll move into a nice active twist here too, okay? So left hand's going to be right under your heart center. Okay. You can lift up halfway. Okay. Right hand can reach up towards the sky, and really think about that right hip moving back. Hand can be up towards the sky, or you can keep it on your low back. Okay, so again, this is like a nice active twist. Finding a little bit more space through the sacrum with the wide legs here. Good, and then just breathe. Think about your spine extending out, so you're in Ardha Uttanasana halfway lift. Okay, so instead of folded down, you want to be lifted up. Good, breathe here. Twist a little bit more. Take a nice big deep inhale in. Exhaling, slowly release out of your twist. Okay, and then let's slowly just rise up to standing here with wide legs. Hands on your hips, slowly rise up. Okay, and then step your legs together. You can give them a little shake out. And then we'll move to the left side, okay? So just bringing my left foot to the edge of my mat. My right foot, steps back, not super far, right? Like we're not doing a lunge, we want to feel stable. And my right foot goes to the edge of the other side of my mat, okay? Hips are squared, okay? Start to hinge forward. Good, pour your weight into your heels, okay? Keep your hips nice and square. And then slowly start to fold over the left hamstring. Let that breath go. And again, try to evenly distribute your weight here. So, kind of press into your heels a little bit. That'll help, kind of set your hips square. Okay, awesome. Woo, this is really getting to my hamstrings today. This is so great. Okay, and then we'll take our standing active twist here. Right hand directly under your heart center. Lift up halfway. So you're in like Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Left hand up towards the sky, so you're twisting towards that front leg. You want to think about bumping that left hip back. Hand can stay on your low back, or again, it can be up towards the sky. Good, and really think about lifting up through your spine. Find that strength to twist through your core. Breathe. Soften. Take a nice big deep inhale in. Exhaling, slowly release. Frame your foot. Good. And then we'll slowly come back up to standing, hands on your hips. Rise up nice and slow. And then step your feet together. Shake your legs out. Really good. Inhaling, arms up over your head. Exhaling, folding forward, forward fold. Inhaling to lengthen up halfway. Stepping back, downward dog your way. Okay, good, everyone. Okay, from here, we're gonna make our way onto our stomachs, okay? So we're gonna be in Sphinx pose, okay? So again, you can kind of move into this however way you'd like. You can lower down chaturanga, okay? Or you can kind of snake out of it. But we'll meet up onto our forearms, elbows, hands will be down. And you can play with how close your arms are into your torso. The closer they are, it's a little bit of deeper back bend. So just check in with your back. Or you can walk your, elbows forward, okay, and that might be more comfortable for you. Okay, so let's stay here. You can kind of wiggle your hips a little bit. That always feels really good to me. Kind of give them a little shake out. Make sure I'm not gripping my glutes too much. Okay, and then really press into your arms, press into your hands. Let's drop our right ear to our right shoulder. Good, and then left ear to left shoulder. Head back in line with your spine, chin to your chest. Right. And then lifting your head back up and gently lowering down, hands under your forehead. I'm going to keep my right hand under my forehead and I'm going to extend my left arm forward, okay? My forehead's down here, okay? And we're just going to move the right leg and the left arm, and we're going to lift them up 5 times each, okay? And just hovering them up off the mat, okay? So right arm, or excuse me, I'm sorry. Right leg, left arm, there we go. Okay, opposite, okay? Right leg, left arm lifts up off the mat, okay? Hold here. Just hovering and lower back down. Right leg, left arm lifts and holds. and lowers back down. Right leg, left arm lifts, so same side. Again, we're doing this 5 times, but we're taking a moment to hold it up at the top and lower down. 2 more. Right leg, left arm lifts, hold, and lower back down. Last one. Right leg, left arm lifts, and lowers right back down. Good, switching sides, okay? Right arm extends out, and then we'll work with the left leg and the right arm. Okay, so left leg lifts, right arm lifts. Hold it here up at the top. Try not to lean, too far to one side. Try to stay nice and even, and lower back down. Left leg, right arm lifts. Here's 2. Hold it up at the top and lower. Here's 3. Lift and lower. 4. Lift. Hold it up at the top and lower. Last one, here's 5, lift, up, and lower, down. Awesome. Okay, good. Hands can move back under your forehead. We're going to lift the right leg up, hold it up at the top, and lower. Left leg lifts only, hold it up at the top, and lower. Right leg lifts, and lowers. Left leg lifts, and lowers. Okay, we're gonna keep doing this right and left, back and forth, holding it up at the top. If this feels okay, stay here. If you want to lift up onto your forearms to come into Sphinx pose and do the same thing, go for it, okay? So I'm just gonna lift up. Again, you can choose what feels good for you. We're just switching right leg and left leg. It is a lot harder once you kind of prop up your upper back, okay? So again, you really just wanna check in with how your back is feeling, okay? And really think about your glutes and your hamstring lifting, okay? And then we're gonna lift both legs up together 5 times, okay? So both legs lift and lower, 2 and lower. Both legs lift for 3 and lower, 4, lower, and 5, lower. Good, lift both legs up. You're gonna click your heels together, just finding this nice little beat. Click, 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 click as fast as you can. And again, you can be lifted on your forearms or hands can be under your forehead, whatever feels best for your back. And then we'll flutter, swim, kick, 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 up and down, like a little swim, getting those glutes to fire up, hamstrings to fire. Good, for 5, kicking for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax, lower down. And find a little bit of release here. Okay, great. We're going to come into twisted frog from here. Okay, so I'm going to move just over just a little bit. Left knee is going to move towards the outside of the left side of the mat, the outer edge of the mat, okay? And just pause here for a moment because you may feel a nice stretch through your inner thigh, your hip. You can, again, you can also do this lifted up onto your forearms if this feels good to you. Okay, and then here's the thread the needle, right arm under the left. Left hand reaches up towards the sky, okay? And you're gonna let that arm follow all the way back to the left. You're gonna let your hips go with you, so your hips stack. And then again, your left knee will probably lift up off the mat. And then here's our twist. So it's just a froggy into a twist. Okay, and as we're in this position, I just want you to, kind of take notice. This is the same lunge that we did with this high twist. Okay, so we're just on our backs, and arms are twisted, our body's twisted. Okay, so same thing we did standing, and now we're just doing it here on the ground. Good. From here, we're going to slowly make our way back onto our stomach, so left arm can come across. We're going to slowly make your way back onto your tummies. Okay, lift up, we'll bring your left leg back to your right, and then we'll switch sides. Right knee to the outer edge of your mat. Okay, just pause here for a moment because you may get a nice stretch through your hip. Good, and then, I'm just adding, I've been trying to add more back bends into my life, so I'm lifting up onto my forearm, so I'm in a back bend here, a deeper back bend, but please, again, listen to yourself and what you need for your body. Okay, thread the needle, left arm under the right arm up towards the sky. Right fingertips reach all the way back, your hips follow so they stack. And then we're opening up into that high lunge, high twist on the ground. And breathe. Focus can be anywhere your head allows, your neck allows. Few more deep breaths here. Great, and then we'll make our way back onto our stomachs again, onto our tummies. Again, slowly bring that right arm across. Make your way into your frog, and then legs straight back. Okay, good. Okay, I'm gonna press up into tabletop, and we're gonna come into pigeon pose. Let's do our left leg first, okay? So come into pigeon. Okay, so left knee comes towards your left wrist, okay? Right leg bumps back. Okay, and just for a moment, just to get situated, keep your hands under your shoulders, look over your left shoulder. Okay, so that again, like you're squaring your hips. Okay, good, good, good. And then slowly come back to the center, look forward. Gently walk your hands, again, just a slight diagonal, walk your hands to the right ever so slightly. So my hands are still in line with my front foot. I'm not so far over, okay? And then just stay here, stay lifted, see if that changes the stretch a little bit, okay? You are welcome to fold here for pigeon, okay? At this slight angle, we're just gonna stay here for just a little bit, and then again, you can kind of walk back to the center, but I'm gonna do a little bit of both. So I'm gonna be over towards the right diagonal. Good. Really like how this changes the angle a little bit. Good, and then I'm gonna make my way to the center now and hang out here for just a little bit. And then just because we've been practicing some isolations, see if you can squeeze the leg. Okay, so the leg that's straight, okay, your back leg, your right leg. See if you can squeeze that glute. Can you squeeze that butt muscle? And then just let it go. Can you squeeze it and let it go? Maybe just do it just like, 3 or 4 times, just to see if you can activate that muscle. Okay, good. And then from here, just walk your hands in. Okay, we're gonna just switch sides. And again, you can switch ways however you want. If you wanna come through downward dog, I'm honestly just gonna come through tabletop. Okay, and then I'm gonna switch for the right leg. Okay, so right knee towards the right wrist. Bump my hips back. Okay, hands stay under my shoulders. Ooh, my hair. Look to the right. Okay, just so we get this hip squared. Just looking over your right shoulder. Good. And of course, if you need to wiggle, definitely wiggle. Good. And then shift forward. And then gently just walk the hands just a little bit to the left. And you can see I'm not going directly to the side. It's really just to the left diagonal. Okay. And then you can start to humbly fold forward here in your pigeon at this angle. I'm again, I've been really exploring different ways of getting into some of the, traditional postures by moving and switching the angles up. On this side specifically, I feel this a lot through the side body, which is always really tight for me in the top part of my hip. Again, if this doesn't work for you, just move back to the center because that's where we're gonna meet anyways, okay? So you can walk your hands forward so you're around your right shin and just breathe. Slowly, I want to stay here longer, but we'll walk our hands in. We'll come on up. It's like we could do pigeon like for like most of the class, right? Okay, and then I'm just gonna slowly come out of this by swinging my leg around, my back leg around, and we're gonna make our way back onto our backs. Okay, good. And slowly just make your way, hug your knees into your chest. Woo! Lots of active twisting here. Okay, lower your feet down. Okay, lower your legs. And just allow your body to like, kind of straighten back out, lengthen out, feel the front of your hips open. And I'm just gonna squeeze both sides of my glutes together a few times, again, just to, find that activation through the glutes. And then also, it's helping support the low back. So I'm just squeezing my right and my left glute together, squeezing my butt and relaxing it, squeezing and releasing, squeezing both sides and release, squeezing both sides, release. One more time, squeeze both sides and release. Just taking that moment to observe your body, noticing how you feel. Noticing transformation from the beginning of the class till now. Noticing your breath, your mind. And just start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. You can circle your wrist and your ankles a few times. Don't forget to go in the opposite direction. And stretching your arms up over your head. Give yourself a nice big stretch. Bring your big toes together to touch. Let your back arch up. Let your ribs splay open. And then slowly just bring your knees in. You'll roll over onto one side. And then using your arms and your legs to help you come up to a seated position. Good, and just press your palms together at your heart center. Just start to smile in honor of your practice. Take a nice big deep inhale in through your nose. Big exhale through your mouth. Namaste, everyone.